That was beautiful. Welcome, everybody, to our next episode of the Crazy Headaches podcast. Christian here, again, with the boss, Lisa.
Hi.
And Michael.
Yeah.
And yes, Lisa has moved seats again. She's trying to figure out what angle she likes.
I'm trying to figure out my perfect angle. It's a female thing. I told her, I said, just go with it. Just go with it.
So, we're going to let it ride.
What was the first thing you guys did when you woke up this morning? Because if it was check your phones, then you are who this podcast episode is about.
Exactly. Yeah, this episode is talking about social media and kind of the addiction everybody has. As you said in the text, social media comparison, how everybody compares themselves to one another and this and that. And I mean, when you sent that, I was kind of intrigued that. There's definitely a lot to dig through when it comes to that. So
we could do hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, this for sure. I think this will be at least a 2-part series.
This is me. My eyes don't even completely open before I'm checking my notifications. They're like life support to me. If my house was on fire, I'd post it before I call 911.
Well, there's that.
I'd go live first.
What up, chat? My house is on fire.
And I did my first live the other day. It's been a long time since I've done a live. It was kind of fun. I was it's been a while since I've done a live.
The worst part is she came in here while she was on live.
I wanted to surprise him.
And she caught me working, and I'm like, whoa, people can't know that I'm actually working.
Well, that's what I said before I came in. I'm like, okay, we're going to go in and see if we're going to catch Christian working or not working.
So, luckily, she caught me working. But this episode, it's going to be about social media and just kind of the grip that it has on society nowadays.
Yeah.
But I think before we dig into that, in typical fashion, I think we will kind of go around and talk about our personal headache that we had this week that we had to deal with. So which one of you wants to start? Because mine's a little unhinged, so I'm going to hold off on mine.
Mine's always super short. I kind of keep mine to myself typically. My body hurts. I did a repair the other day, and I did not bring the proper equipment like Lisa told me to.
You repaired it like a pilgrim.
I did it like I was gonna say, like an Amish. Yeah. And it took hours and hours and hours. And now my body feels like I had leg day all day the other day.
And I did offer, I'm like, when he told me he didn't have it, I said, I will come out there and bring it to you. He said, no, by the time you bring it out here, I'll already be finished. And so I thought, well, he's going to be finished in about an hour, which you messaged me about 3 or 4 hours later. I'm finished. I just finished. I said, I could have brought you that. You would have been done hours ago.
I think we've all made that underestimation before doing a repair. Because I've gone out before where, obviously if I had the air tank and a nail gun and everything like that, it would make it quicker. But you're like, that's a small whatever, I'll just do it with the hammer, do it quick. And then you start getting into it and you're like, oh, I messed up.
Yeah, repairs are always difficult though, because you can never gauge. Once you get into a repair, you may think, a lot of times we'll estimate that a repair is take 30 minutes and ends up taking a couple hours, even if you have a couple of guys out there. Sure. It's just, you never can,
because you can expose more as you open up that, oh, well, obviously you couldn't see that. We don't have x-ray vision. So there's always, almost 9 times out of 10, there's always more once you start digging into a repair.
Right. So that was pretty much my crazy headache.
Yeah. My crazy headache was him not listening to me. No.
Can we go live? We can't go live on the crazy headaches yet, right?
Not yet. We've got a few more days.
18 days left.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can go live.
You can go live on your page.
Got you covered.
Yeah.
Facebook's rules are you have to have at least 100 followers, which
I could go live on mine too.
Yeah. And then we have to have the page for at least 60 days. And since
that would be fun,
the podcast is so fresh,
we're not
quite at the 60 days yet.
Let's go live on social media.
So Lisa is going to be going live on hers.
Okay, let's see if I can.
Which is your social media headache. Social media headache. So we'll be live on multiple devices while we do this.
Yeah, because I can't. I can't see what.
At Crazy Headaches.
I didn't even bring my glasses in here. They're on my desk too. But I just my crazy headache is Asher, our fourth co-host that's not here today. He's been banned. He is a German Shepherd, as you guys saw. We think he may have some Malinois in him. I'm not sure, but
That energy. He's got.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, he's a puppy. So
he's a
there's
laid
puppy
back
energy.
German Shepherd for German Shepherds.
Yeah.
He really is laid back. But in the morning, he's off the chain. In the morning, he is. He wakes up at like 5, and they can't see you.
That's okay.
That's fine.
What's your crazy headache? Tell me your crazy headache for social media, guys. We need to know.
So he wakes up about 5 to go outside, which I'm up at 5, so that's not a big deal to let him go outside. But
Did you want to go live?
yeah, go live.
Press go live.
Go live.
Did you want to tell us like the subscription? Tell us your crazy social media headache.
Yeah. Is that what you got to type on there?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. So, look, I'm not a live expert like you.
Crazy. You
I think next time maybe we set this up before we start the show.
Hey,
Hey, this is
we're
raw. I
human.
mean,
We are
Legit.
real. Like I said when I had that video the other day, it's like this is no AI. This is real stuff. That's what we are, real.
well, and like with this, like there's a lot of people when they do the podcast. I mean, there's no matter what, there's an editing process afterwards.
Yeah.
And but I want this to be as raw as possible. So legitimately, the only editing that goes into place
Is it
for
freeze?
our podcast
Yeah, it's frozen. That's fine.
is
What's your crazy headache?
just adding the
Social
intro
media.
and the outro.
Is it not wanting to?
Tell me. Let us know. Doesn't want to press done.
I wonder why.
Person watching.
Well,
one person watching.
One
tell me.
person watching.
Tell me what your crazy headache is.
And this is kind of the behind the scenes you're seeing right now.
We're getting it all worked out. It's okay. It's fun. You get to see. I mean, everybody likes to see what's going on in everybody's life, right? That's what we do on social media. We want to see what is going on in everybody's life.
Right now, we're doing
And-
social media.
I mean, this is,
what
this
is
is
your
legit
favorite
true
thing?
to form.
Yeah. What's your
of-
favorite thing? Like to see people mess up or to see people, succeeding or
I like them both. I love the success videos, obviously, like because you always want to
we're
see
going to
somebody
have to redo
succeed.
this.
But I mean, I love the fail videos. Well, I mean, even if it's just the stupid little fails, and I think we all kind of, as human nature, think injury's kind of funny to an extent. I mean, it's I look back like when I was younger, and all the crazy stuff me and my friends did, and we should not be here right now. And we always have that phrase that we use with each other when we're talking about stuff, and our significant others are there hearing these stories, and they're like, "We can't believe you did that, this and that." But we all look at each other and go, "But did you die?"
Yeah.
No.
I remember the "But did you die?"
There we go.
Nice. She's going live.
So now we officially
Now we
have-
are officially 2 lives.
2 lives. We got live on Lisa and Michael's. We're not live on mine because, well, this episode's
He's
being
not special.
recorded on my phone. So I'm still trying to figure out, for some reason, that camera, I had that whole last episode recorded on there,
Yeah.
but for some reason, and like on the camera, you can play it, but for some reason, it will not transport from the camera or memory card to the computer. It's just like when I go to hook it to the computer, it's
Yeah.
just not there. So I'm like, oh no, I'm like, did I do something wrong?
Yes, he can.
And-
He's got this. This is
I'll figure it
he's
out.
just joking right now.
Yeah.
He got it all figured out.
We're like very professional here. We've got this. We got the high tech
100%.
cameras and
Well, and again, and that's why I like kind of keeping this raw, because a big thing like with social media is everything. Social media now, everybody's an actor. Like they're posting stuff and whatnot. They want to get the views. They want to do this. They want to do that. So you're not really seeing behind that veil.
Right.
Like here, I don't mind if people see behind that veil because we're all humans.
yeah.
So I'm okay with, oh, we're trying to figure out the live situation or that quick moment of silence because we're trying to figure something out. I'm okay with that because I like this being raw. Like I was stating before, when I go to do the editing for this, legit, the only editing I do is I add the intro and I add the outro, and I'll do some playing with the audio just to make sure that the audio sounds more clear and sounds better. And now that I'm saying that, I have my fan on in the background.
I hear
I
it.
wonder if that's going to be getting picked up. So
It probably is. I wonder if any of you guys on live can hear it. Is there anybody
Yeah.
on live right now?
Nope, nobody.
Probably should turn that off. You want me to turn that off?
yeah, we'll go turn that off. So again, this right here. So
No, I turned it off.
there's that switch on the side there, a rocker switch.
Ah.
There we go.
Social media.
Technical difficulties.
So, I mean, you see the wavelengths on there when you're standing by that fan. It's just going to be whoop. So that might be one clip that this will be the first time that I cut out because you're probably going to hear nothing but wind there for a second. But that's exactly what I mean. Everything is raw. I don't want to hide anything. I don't want to clip anything out that any of us will say, because not only does that prove that we're human, but it also proves that we have nothing to hide here. Whatever we say here, we're saying it because we don't care if it gets out. Me, I've always been that person, is I'm going to say it how it is. If you don't like that, I'm sorry you don't like that, but I'm not going to apologize that I said it. So, social media, I want this to kind of change the game of it. I kind of want to bring it back to reality. Unlike a lot of things we see out there nowadays. Because a lot of things nowadays are AI.
Yeah.
Like-
AI and then, you know, when people do their videos and stuff, they're trying to get them perfect. So they have all these filters and everything else, which
Yeah.
I mean, I admit that I've done the filters because as I get older, have more wrinkles. Some of these may be caused from you guys, but
Oh, I can almost guarantee at least half of them.
You know, another dangerous thing about social media is like you just go on there real fast and you start scrolling around 10
Mhm.
o'clock.
yeah.
By 3 a.m., you are an engineer and you know how to build a cabin.
Sure.
You're ready to
Right.
go to Home
Yeah.
Depot or Lowe's.
Good old
and buy
YouTube
what you
University.
need. Buy what you need to build a
Hey.
tree house in the back.
Well, let me tell you. So I used to be a professor. I was a professor for 7 years. And I, you know, so I can appreciate that comment that you just made, because my students would come in and, you know, get stuff. They'd get stuff off of YouTube and stuff. And when they were taking tests or doing projects, but I can tell you that I learned how to fix a dryer on YouTube.
Yeah.
So my
Oh, I've
dryer, my
changed.
drum fell off, and I just got on YouTube and I learned how to do it. So there's something to be said for going to school, but I do think that some of these colleges, you're taking all these classes that you're not going to need, you
Right.
know, you're not going to need these classes when you get ready.
Yeah.
Now, some of the English classes, they teach you how to write better. They teach you how to, you know, but hey,
Which-
with AI, do you even know how to write correctly?
I mean,
now?
I think that's kind of a pretty big downfall of social media, is because everybody's gotten so used to using a program to write, to like, because all of us really type in short form now. We're in the age of,
Yeah.
with everybody texting and everything like that. Like, I can tell you right now, I guarantee when you text and you're saying people, you don't spell out people, you do PPL.
I
I do
swipe text.
people.
I
Or,
write.
yeah, you
I
got
write. I write it out because I swipe. I do the little line to
Yeah.
text,
Yeah.
which is really cool. I think. But
Yeah, so stuff like that. But like, there's different things. Like, we have mastered the art of short forming stuff.
Yeah.
So, and without even thinking about it, it legit became second nature for everybody with the whole texting age and everything like that. Like, I wish we had this technology when I was in high school, because I would have much better grades. I tell you that. I definitely would. Writing was never my strong suit. My older brother, he was an English major. The boy could write a novel and it'll be perfect. Punctuation doesn't exist in my book. Like I could, if I was to write a book, it would legit be almost one huge sentence because
Well, when I was going through college, I was working on my doctorate, and you have to do all this. Like you have somebody checking all your stuff.
yeah,
Well, when I was going to school, when you wrote a sentence, you had to put a period and 2 spaces, and then you write. Well, as I was going through my doctorate and they were looking at my stuff, you only need 1 space. I'm like, since when? Like it changed,
Yeah.
So things change, and with the AI, my daughter yells at me or yells at people about AI because she said uses water. And then if you try to do stuff on AI that like logos and things, she says it steals from artists, because they steal from that. But, it's kind of scary though.
Yeah.
If we're allowing AI to do stuff for us, what happens if all the computers go down? What happens? Are you going to be able to communicate?
survival of the fittest. And that's why I'm one of those people that I still have my skills. I was a Boy Scout when I was younger, and I grew up running through the woods, so we all kind of knew those different survival things, and
Yeah.
I know how to use a compass and read an actual map.
Yeah.
But kids nowadays, if you were to throw a map and a compass at them, forget it.
I have to say, like, I'm not a map person. I've never been. I always had a good sense of direction. That's changed a little bit, but maps have never been one of my strong suits,
Yeah.
following a map.
So like the technology, it's a blessing and a curse. Like
Yeah.
there's so much positive that can be done with it, but there's also so much negative that can be done with it, and it also kind of suppressed people growing to get other knowledge of things to make sure that, hey, if I never have this again, what am I going to do? They're at a point where if that disappears, they're going to be sitting there completely done.
So, but another caveat to the social media is like in school,
Mhm.
People got bullied.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like we picked on each other, that was kind of fun, or, just like little picking. But
Yeah.
then you have people that get picked on, get bullied.
Yeah.
Well, now with the age of social media, the bullying on social media
It's
is
crazy.
insane. So I think the bullier has been turned into the ones being bullied, and the people who were bullied have turned into the bullies
Yeah.
because they're behind a screen and they can say and do whatever. And even the bullier, saying that right, has feelings, so, and I think that has become a problem because you see that, and we're so divided.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't have a genuine, like when you're talking to somebody face to face, when you're looking at somebody in the eye and you're seeing that they're a real person, you're not going to say some of the things that you say on
Yeah.
social media. Because on social media, I think you see people just say some of the worst things. But then on the opposite of that, I've seen some great things that can come from
Yeah.
social media. So how do we navigate that, going forward?
I think the worst thing was the whole shutdown during the Rona.
Yeah, that
right
was
there.
the start
Everyone
of,
got on social media. Every single
That was the only way for
in the world,
everybody to
pretty
really.
but we all
come
got
together.
detached at that point
Oh,
too,
100%.
though. So we got all detached because we were all in our little corners with our families. Your thing got blurred for some reason, but with our families, and then we started contacting people through social
Yeah.
media, right? And then there were all the protests and all the things that started happening, and so people became divided. I am a person where I love everyone. I don't care what color you are, what race you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care, gender, whatever. I love everybody. That's a fault that I have sometimes, but it's also a blessing. But I don't like to take sides unless it's something I'm truly passionate about. Something I'm really, truly passionate about is children, abusing children, and animals. Those are two things that I'm really, really passionate about. Grown adults, I kind of feel like you're
against abusing children.
yes, against abusing children. I am against.
She's passionate about abusing children.
I just want to make that clear, everybody. So just in case somebody tries to make a
I'm
snippet.
passionate about. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Children are so innocent, and animals are so innocent. They need us to protect them. So that is one thing. If I see anything like that going on, I will like get my claws out. They'll come out after
sure.
Do
that.
you think that the apps, the creators, they intentionally make the apps like addicting? Do you think that they're
Yes.
like, is this going to be
We know
addicting?
it's-
Well, these people.
Yeah, I mean,
constantly-
I think there's that like research and discovery portion of it when they're putting an app together, like, because obviously you're going to want to make a product that's going to catch people's attention and get them to come to your product and use it. So I definitely think there is a
It's a dopamine
formula.
hit.
Yeah, there's a formula in there to make sure that people get these dopamine hits. But I think at the same time, the initial thought of it
Mhm.
is not nefarious. It's something that they want it to be a fun thing for people to use. And I don't think they create it with bad intentions of having stuff happen. But I mean, you look at the age when we started with MySpace. We all started with MySpace. We had that.
Yeah.
And then who would have thought, like,
Shout out, Tom.
yeah, right? I mean, who would have thought, like, fights were started because why am I not in your top 8? Like, obviously, when Tom was creating MySpace, he never thought that there would be arguments and fights and stuff like that over my top 8 friends.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you come up with an idea of something you want to do to help people, but when you get into the marketing side of it, like, I've taken a marketing class and it's a psychology thing.
Okay.
You have to say, how can I get this to more people, and how can I make it where they're going to keep following me? Well, and as we got to Facebook, I think it got worse with Facebook. I don't know. I don't remember MySpace as much, but I wasn't into social media. I was grown adult. My daughter didn't have any social media. I worked.
Well, I
and
mean,
did stuff with my daughter.
a good thing about MySpace, like, legit, like, kids in my generation, like,
Yeah, because you're like my daughter's age.
yeah,
A
we're
little
only,
bit
like,
older.
We're like a year apart.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is with that, like, we all not knowingly were coding. Because legit, we're going in and we're putting in codes and doing this and that to change the background of our whole MySpace and everything like that, to add music on there. So when you go onto my MySpace page,
Yeah.
a song automatically starts playing.
Can
and
you still pull up MySpace?
Yeah.
yeah, it's not the same. I think Justin Timberlake is part owner or full owner of
I
MySpace.
have a buddy
now.
who logged into his old MySpace and was showing me all types of weird stuff we used to do back then.
Oh, wow.
I don't even want to log into MySpace. I
I'm
don't
kind
know.
of on
I
the
wouldn't
same.
know the login information anyway, but I would dread looking at. Who
I
used to
actually,
be.
my MySpace, I ended up taking over from my cousin. For some reason, he created a MySpace and then just never used it.
Wow.
So I just took his over. I figured out what his login was and turned it into mine. And I think he ended up making another one and stuff like that, because I think he went to go in there one day and he's like, oh, I can't log in. I'm like, weird. I don't know how that happened, but I kind of just did that. So yeah, I still remember the email
Yeah,
for
too.
that. And
I do.
What are your social
don't
media
know.
headaches? You know
So
what
much.
else is irks my nerves kind of when people post
really grinds your
and be
gears.
like, they're all done up with makeup. Hair's all did, fully dressed. Oh, I just woke up like this. No, you didn't.
No,
You know you
didn't.
woke up looking like a gremlin.
Mhm.
You know your hair was all crazy. You know that some of your body parts were outside of your tank top probably. And
I don't wake up with a straight beard every morning.
or come on. I know how I wake up. It was all white on one side. My beard sticking to my face.
I mean, I think I spend more time in the bathroom in the morning than my wife doing her hair with me doing my beard. I mean, I have the beard straighteners, the different oils, the balms, the conditioners, everything like that. And well, part of me is I have to take pride in it because I have no more hair left on top of my head. So, I mean, I gotta try and save what I still have. And I look like I'm 12 years old when I'm clean shaved, so that just isn't happening.
That's like my husband when he's clean. I get so aggravated at him when he clean shaves because he looks so much younger than me.
Well, and the thing
He
is,
is younger than me,
it's Paul doesn't even have a beard.
No, he doesn't.
He just has like the stubble, like the
Yeah.
5 o'clock shadow thing. But yeah, you can definitely.
He's got a lot of hair on his head, but he doesn't let it grow out. He
Yeah.
shaves it, but it's thick, and I keep wanting him to grow it out, but he won't.
I don't.
And that's
I don't
one
know how I'd
person
feel
that
about
will.
Paul having a full head of hair.
I
It just
want him
would be
to because
weird.
I want to see what it looks like with a full head of hair. I mean, he's got a lot of hair. He's part Cherokee Indian, so he's going to have thick hair.
Yeah, for sure.
He gets like that really in the summer, like tan,
Really
and
dark.
the really farmer's
That's like
tan.
my father-in-law. He has. There's a lot of native on my wife's side.
Yeah.
Cherokee, Blackfoot. I mean, some heavy percentages to where
Yeah,
they can have a reservation number.
yeah,
And it's funny because my father-in-law during the summer, he gets really tan,
oh yeah,
but he looks Cuban. So they were out one day and somebody started talking to him in Spanish, and if you've met him, like he's got that southern accent, and he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Which is, so yeah, I could definitely I could see Paul.
But that's the thing with social media, though, too, is like you don't really see, like you're saying, you don't really get to know the real person. You
Right.
guys have seen me. I don't hardly ever wear makeup. I'm wearing makeup for the camera, but I hardly ever wear makeup. And so when we're together, we see the real,
Right.
No.
Right.
the real us. And when you're on social media, you got the filters that, like you said, I get my makeup on, then I'm going to hop back in the bed and then be like, oh, I woke up like this, my hair's all fixed, my makeup's
Catfish.
all done. And, but if you don't, do you open yourself up for, like we were talking about, the bullying, or are people going to say bad stuff about you? But I have seen like some of the most beautiful people posting on Facebook, and they still have somebody going through the comments just saying something super
You're
ugly.
always gonna get those
Yeah.
freaking trolls, and that's
sure.
where I have a friend of mine that I went to high school with. This kid's cool as hell, big into music, and he's never really been the one to I'm gonna go out and get girls, this and that. He focuses on himself and his stuff, and he worries more about his mental health too first
Yeah.
before anything else, which I can respect big time. I mean, especially with today's day and age,
Yeah.
how he has that mindset. So, Ian, I'm talking about you. This is where I'm proud of him for this, and he sticks up for himself. I mean, there was one person that was calling him gay because he doesn't get women. He's like, just because he's like, I'm not worried about that. He's like, I'm focused on myself and my music and everything like that. And he goes, if that person comes along, if that girl comes along and we have that attachment and whatnot, he's like, then great. He's like, but I'm not going to go out and look for it.
Yeah.
And I commented on that because I was like, dude, you do you. I'm like, people like that, people commenting like that, clearly they're insecure with something in their own life, and they have to try and make sure they bring down somebody else with them because they don't want to be alone down there.
Yeah.
And he always rises above it, and he stays positive. And
That's good. Yeah.
If everybody could rip a page out of his book for that mindset, it would be so much better. So much better around, because people are so quick to be judging crap nowadays. It's ridiculous, and some people let it kind of affect them too much.
Yeah. So, do you let social media affect you?
Me?
Have you ever had any people say anything negative about you
On
on
social
your posts?
media?
Because I know you like to post, you like your lives.
Yeah. I just laugh. Like recently with the roofing one,
Yeah.
people will be like, "Where's ice?" Or why is it?
Oh,
Here comes ice. They're coming to get you, and I'm
yeah.
like, Puerto Rican.
Exactly. It's like those ignorant people. He's Puerto Rican. Guess what? United States territory. Just saying.
And so I'm like, I don't comment that, right? I'm just
Yeah.
like, it's funny to me.
Yeah.
But
That's
no,
where you just comment back. It's
Yeah.
something cooler.
Well, see,
before I used to get
upset.
upset. I had like this page that had so many followers, and we would do I would do funny skits and stuff like that. And people would always judge. People would always judge. But I used to like that because
Yeah.
whether it's good or it's bad, it's still being commented, it's still being
And you're getting
viewed, and it's still
followers,
being
yeah.
It's kind of giving you that dopamine hit because
Well,
whether
that-
it was positive or negative, you were getting a
Yeah.
reaction.
Like if I was to open that TikTok page back up, which I don't think I would know the login, I would show you guys like it's 250,000 views.
You need to find the
300,000
login.
views. It was
And
crazy,
change
and
the
a lot
name.
of it was negativity.
Yeah.
People were literally
yeah.
watching to be negative, and I'm like,
That's
Because either
what,
way, it's getting you the
yeah,
views.
yeah.
that's what my son-in-law was saying because I was talking to him. I was so excited. Okay, so I am a virgin TikToker. I have not done TikTok. So I just started my TikTok page not too long ago. Well, I started it up. I did a few TikToks and then I slowed it down. But recently I'm like, okay, I'm going to get a few TikTok followers. Let's see what we can do to help boost the crazy headaches and help boost some of the businesses. So my son-in-law was telling me, he's like, he was saying something about me and the TikTok page. And he's like, you're going to have to do funny things to get funny followers. Like people are wanting to be on TikTok to make fun of you. I was like, I don't care if they make fun of me. It doesn't, like, if it makes them laugh, that's okay. But, that's not kind of really what I'm trying to do it for, though. I also want to inspire people.
I was gonna say you like to help people.
Yeah.
Like when I posted the day spending my birthday with those 3 homeless guys, my TikTok kind of like blew up.
Yeah.
And this is why, once everything gets in order in my house, I want to do once a week take a homeless person to lunch. Like
I think that's
I've been
great.
planning to do, and I haven't been able to do it.
Yeah.
Literally pull up. And if they are honest about addiction or something,
Yeah.
we'll continue trying to help get them clean. Maybe find them a scholarship to an addiction program, something.
Yeah.
But like that seemed to get a lot of pickup. Like people are clicking, commenting,
Right.
saying this is good. You're inspiring. I probably got like 20 shares.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, this one lady that I was following on TikTok and I was just watching her, she was perfectly raw, no makeup on. She's an older lady. I showed her to you.
Mm-hmm.
She has like 300,000 followers and she talks about how she's monetized her TikTok page, but she doesn't have all her teeth on the bottom. And she's like, she wears some of the same glasses that I was wearing and she's older. She's got wrinkles, no makeup. And she gets a lot. One of her posts, she got like 3-point-something million views. And she's just real. And so I think that's what people want to see is real stuff.
Yeah.
But what, I guess because mine's new, it's like, I know I always want to help people. I love to do the occasional like silly stuff because I like being silly. I like making people laugh, but I also want to do it to kind of help people. And that's really what my goals have always been, to help people. My goal in life has never been to make money. It'd be great.
Focus more on that.
It would be great to make money. I'd love to make some money. Money helps you do things that you can't otherwise do, because if you don't have money, you can't help people, right? Yeah. And so, but sometimes my focus is more on helping people than it is on making money. Whether that's the right thing to do, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I'm told that, I need to focus a little bit on making money. It's okay to make money. And, but I just want to help people. And that's the way I've always been when I approach everything.
Yeah. And I think when you're more genuine is definitely, that takes you a lot further as well. Like, even with my personal pages, with my headline rants and everything
Yeah.
like that. Like that right there, I'm unapologetically me.
Yeah.
Like what you see there is me. That's not an act. Sometimes I will embellish on like a southern accent because it kind of gives it that little kick of the
Yeah.
humor to it. But I mean, what I'm saying is that's me.
Yeah.
I'm saying it. I'm joking around. I'm having a good time. I do like to push some boundaries a little bit, and it's more when I'm pushing the boundary though. I'm pushing the boundary of nobody's safe.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick on this side or that side.
Okay, Donald Trump.
No, yeah, no, I'm making fun of all of y'all. Like it's simple as that.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make fun of people on the left, people on the right. I don't care because I'm calling it out as I see it.
Yeah.
And I realized when I do those videos and I keep it raw and I don't worry about doing the different editing and whatnot. I mean, I've had some videos where, man, I took some time on my 1 minute TikTok to really like make it look good and do this effect,
Yeah.
that effect. Yeah, I got 1,500, 2,000 views. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And then I had one video where it was a quick reaction to somebody. And it was like a 30-second, 40-second clip. And I legit did the reaction, didn't do any editing to it, posted it. And within 24 hours, I had 1.3 million views.
I've not been that.
Blew my
nobody
mind.
loves me that much.
It blew my mind. But this is where it comes in at the same time. Because I'm a person that pushes that envelope, if that platform doesn't agree with what you say, they're gonna do what's called shadow banning. It's your stuff isn't gonna show up as accessible to other people's front page or their For You pages or
Yeah.
anything like that. So you get shadow banned, and then all of a sudden your viewership starts going down because they're trying to like suppress whatever you said. And people get mad and they're like, oh, this is America, First Amendment, this and that. But like, I understand that, but at the same time, it's their platform, it's their business. A business has a right to have their own rules and whatnot. That doesn't mean you still had your right to say it. You said it.
Yeah.
You can go to another platform and say, and they might not do it, but that's why I was pushing hard. I mean, got my headline rant stuff going, and I was growing followers and everything like that.
Yeah, you were
and,
doing headline rants. Amanda would have it. Like you would do a rant and while you were out on the job site,
Mhm.
and Amanda would call me. She'd be like, Christian's doing his rant again. You need to call him.
But I always
Because she's so afraid. I mean, and it's
What's up,
true.
Angel?
She's so afraid that, things that the employees say or things that I say or whatever
Yeah.
we're going to affect.
Well,
the
and that's why
company.
I always try and,
And,
remove the company from
Yeah.
it as well. So you would see me, I would be wearing,
You took the hat off.
I would
or
take
whatever.
the hat off or turn it backwards, or
But
if I was
still,
wearing a shirt, I had the camera in a way to where
Yeah.
you weren't seeing the logos, stuff like that.
But still, that's the thing is like you have to nowadays, like when I was a kid growing up or when I was, before social media, even like work, you could say whatever and do whatever. Nobody saw it. It didn't get posted.
Yeah.
So you could have your own private life, private from your work,
Mhm.
and it not really affect you unless you got arrested or something, and then it was
Yeah.
public. But you could have your own life. Well, now
You upset that one Karen.
you your business and I had during COVID, like I had this where I learned this reality. If you have a disagreement with somebody, man, they can just be super brutal
Oh,
on
yeah.
Facebook with you and could try to ruin your business.
Yep.
So you have to be very careful what you say. Sometimes you can't post your beliefs or your politics. And for a while, I'll be quite honest, I always had a relationship with God, always believed in God. But there was a while that I didn't post anything about God on my Facebook page or on my business because I didn't want to, alienate any other people. And I still don't want to alienate any people, but I am who I am. And at this point, like I want to celebrate God and celebrate Jesus. And, if you don't have that belief, I don't have anything against you on that because that's totally the life that you lead and that you, that's your life, right? But I just learned that, you have to watch what you say or do.
Oh,
But people like controversy. And so if you're
Love
saying
it.
something nice and great, you're not going to get as many views, obviously. But I do see a shift in it because I do, and maybe it's just because I am embracing more of putting God into my business. I see more social media posts about God and people preaching and Bible verses and stuff on my algorithms and such. But same thing.
Phones are listening.
Yeah, same thing on my TikTok. I did
Head.
it went
okay.
I did a TikTok post. I did and I just let TikTok pick my sound, and it wasn't even a religious music, and everything that came on there was amen, praise Jesus, and like people in the comments were saying like,
Yeah.
praise God and stuff. So I do see a shift a little bit. I think more people are turning towards God, but with that being said, it's like you just can't be who you are owning a business. You have to be completely neutral. You have to be careful what you say. You have to be careful. So, you just, with social media, you can't go out there and do just whatever. That's a good thing, maybe, and also a bad thing.
Yeah.
With social media too, the fakeness has become a full-time job.
Yeah.
Because now you can stream all
Yeah.
day. Now social media has gone from like we're going live to literally full on streaming your day.
Yeah.
And these people are making the younger generation think you gotta wake up at 5 a.m., journal, meditate, drink my mushroom coffee, work out again, like and our children, like my son, he's like, I want to, I'll hear him say, all right, chat. I'm like, bro, you're not even streaming. First of all, who are you talking to? He's like, I'm just practicing. I want to be a streamer.
Oh,
I'm
wow,
like,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, and as a business owner in the construction industry, so with ICE and deporting all these people, you have all these people in here that say, oh, that'll bring jobs to Americans, get rid of these people that are not coming over here. Okay, so I have an opinion on that. I'm not going to say what my opinion is on it.
I'll say it. Good luck finding an American kid that wants to work.
It is very, very hard to find young people these days that want to work in hard labor when it's very easy to get on TikTok and social media to monetize and sell stuff. And so they can make money that way. So not to say that there aren't people out there that can work, but if someone wants to work, let them work. If we could find a better way to make it happen, let's do that, but everybody is very, this arrogance, you get this arrogance about themselves, and everybody knows the answer to it, but do we really?
I mean, all those people, I hear it all the time, like you were saying, how they're like, oh, that's work for a minute. Listen, I've been in this industry for a while, you have, and it's something, yes, there are kids that will go out, and not denying that, but a vast majority of them, good luck dragging them out of the house to get them to actually get their hands dirty and do work with, like you said, when
they want to own their own business, because that is the thing that all these people, and I don't have any problem with that. I think as many people should own businesses as they possibly can, but if everybody owned a business, nobody would be doing business with everybody else, right?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody would just be back and forth fighting with everything, which, I mean, you already get now of different companies that do the same work that are just ruthless to each other, but there's got to be a balance, and unfortunately, there really isn't a good balance.
Yeah,
there isn't. I mean, these guys that are coming over here and they just want to work. Hey, if they want to work and you don't, I rather
there's
pick
an
the guy
easy
who's
way
gonna.
to get people to come over here, and there's an argument to be made. If you have degrees, or if you have you could get a higher position, like higher making money position. But there's something to be said for people who want to come over here and do
Labor.
labor,
Yeah.
just do the hard labor stuff. If their position's open for it, why not make a fast track way for them to get over here? I know everybody says make it, they need to come over here legally. And I agree, we need to have a legal way to come over here, but let's figure out a way. I mean, there's got to be a way to
Instead of
figure it out.
arguing, it's like it's one extreme to the
Yeah.
other. It's either nothing at all, send 'em or just let them freely come in. It's like, well, we can't do that. When it comes down to it, I always compare our nation. We're a boat.
Yeah.
All right, and you get the left side of the boat, you get the right side of the boat, and you have to, when you're loading that ship with material, you need to make sure that it is balanced and everything's good.
Yeah.
If doesn't matter what side you're on, say you're on the right, you want everybody on the right. What's going to happen to that boat?
Tip.
It's going to tip and capsize, and then everybody is going to drown.
Yeah.
If you're on the left, you want everybody over there. What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Boat's going to tip. And so there has to be that middle ground to where, yes, there's going to be stuff that both sides are going to disagree upon. Guess what? You don't get everything you want in life. There has to be compromise.
There's not compromise anymore.
There's zero compromise. And that's why I try and steer away from politics almost 100% now.
Mhm.
It's because everybody is annoying.
Mhm.
There's a lot of other words I can use for how I feel about both sides of the aisle because I don't think either of them are doing what's right for our country.
Right.
So we have to find that middle ground to where stop whining and crying like a baby, stop whining and crying like a baby, come in the middle, let's be adults, and let's figure this out because that's the only way we're going to fully succeed and be able to move on from this.
So how do you, like with social media, how do you do that without
Getting shadow banned?
getting shadow banned? I mean, so you had the where people were being censored and cut off because they had a certain view.
Mhm.
Someone's calling me, but so had a certain view. Is that what we need to do?
No, I mean,
I believe in free speech, in our country, and but sometimes free speech can be hateful. But we're not teaching our children enough to be strong emotionally. I
Yeah.
feel like the people are so. My daughter, like when she was growing up, I tried to teach her always like everybody else's opinion of you is none of your business. What they think of you, it does not matter. What you
That's
think
right.
of you is what matters. And when she was in kindergarten, she had a little girl that said something to her because she had painted her toenails like a bunch of different colors. And I had always told her, just you are perfect the way you are. Nobody else's opinion matters. And that little kid was saying something, and she came and she's telling me the story, what the little girl said. And I said, well, what did you say? And she said, she goes, I just told her. She's like, you don't have to look at it. And I was like, yes, because Grayson never had any problems in school. Probably not until her senior year. She had a few little issues with girlfriends, but never had any problems with she just didn't get involved in the drama, and she didn't care. I'm sure people talked about her, never heard about it, and she just didn't care, and she didn't do a lot on social media. So and then she still doesn't to this day. Like, she could care less if you talk bad about her, if you say anything bad about her. She doesn't care. She has her own opinion of herself. So that can be a good and a bad thing too. But I think we need to teach our children to be more emotionally stable and not worry about and not have what people think about you mean anything to you.
With me, it's whatever happened to that term, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
That's not true anymore.
Now it's all words hurt me.
Mhm.
You offended me. My feelings are hurt. Now I'm going to try and get you fired from your job, this and that, just because I was a meanie head to you. Like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where exactly that shift was to where, because I remember them saying that all the time growing up.
Oh, I was picked on.
And that's why I never let what people say really affect me that much.
Yeah.
Like, now there is still that human part of you where deep down it's like, yeah, why would they say that about me? But still, at the same time,
I have comments on there, but I can't
yeah.
see them,
What's
so
it
I
say?
can't
It
respond to
says,
them.
watching this reminded me of how much I love you, Lisa. I
Oh,
was
From
just thinking
Sarah.
about you the other day and what a great boss you were to Daryl. He has never been the easiest employee, to say the least, but you always knew the
Sarah?
right
Yeah.
way to
I
handle
love you, Sarah.
situations.
I miss you. That was when I was a production manager in a flooring company. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daryl was great. Daryl is the best at woodworking, but he didn't like for people to tell him what to do.
But yeah, like I was saying, I'm just trying to figure out where that shift happened to where all of a sudden the littlest things in the world just get people so upset. And I mean, I have seen people like full on crash out because something little that really, when it comes down to it, you're still going to go home that night. You're still going to go to bed. You're still going to wake up the next morning and you're going to continue your life. But you let what that one person said, who has nothing to do with your life, affect you that bad.
But is that because of social media and because of what
I think
our government or the elites have done? They want us angry
they've-
and
they've
backfighting at
pushed
each
that-
other.
They've pushed that narrative to where I don't even know where to begin with it. That they push that narrative to where everybody's has to be at each other's throats, and if you don't like it, then you got to go at them and let them know you didn't like it. Which, okay, if you didn't like something and you want to have a rebuttal to whatever they
Yeah.
said, that's okay. But to bring it to whole other levels because your feelings
Respectful
are hurt,
discourse. I mean, we could always have
Mhm.
respectful,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
disagreements.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, because I'm sure there's some things that, I mean, you guys should always agree with everything that I say, but I'm sure.
you hearing this, Michael?
That's what I tell my husband all the time. It doesn't always work. But I mean, honestly, like, we're not going to agree. And that's the great thing about life in general.
Absolutely.
It's like we have different views.
If we
and
were all
have-
the same, it would be so boring.
Yeah. But, again, that's the good and bad in social media. It's like you get to see more of everybody else's personality. But then that's the bad thing. It's like you get the people that are angry in life. And there's the only thing that they can do is sit and argue with people on social media.
Well, and
or
I
say
think
bad
what
things.
I heard, I was watching one interview and don't remember where it was, but I remember them talking about, before social media, like you had those different personalities and whatnot of the town you lived in.
Yeah.
You had the guy that everybody knew, and then you had the crazy town drunk, and then you had just the crazy psycho lady down the street, and like you had all these personalities and whatnot, and it wasn't an issue because there was that balance to everything. Everybody kind of knew their place, they knew what they were doing, whatnot, and everybody's like, that's just the crazy lady down the street, or that's just the drunk guy, whatever. He said now with social media and the internet and everything like that, it has created an echo chamber to where that one crazy lady has now found all the other crazy ladies throughout the world, and they've come together. So now they have this huge voice of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then because people see that on the internet, they think it's way more of a majority than we think. It's like, break down how many people are in the world.
Yeah.
Like, it may seem like because that's what's being pushed out there right now, that there's so many people that feel this way. But really, when you break it down, not that many people feel that way. That's
My
just the
daughter
crazy lady down the street.
said that my daughter was saying that more people, people my age always talk about their age and social media, but she said that our age are more obsessed on social media with stuff and the scrolling and doing all this stuff, and we're the ones that are doing that and not them, that they're more interested in art. And so I wonder how much of that is true. Now my daughter and my son-in-law they're not big, huge social media people. So I don't know how they can really gauge that, because Ryan doesn't like to get on social media, although he is the funniest. He is so funny. He's so great on camera. He's missed his calling. He should have been something in the entertainment industry or something.
I could see him being like a host of a game show, like even something like that.
He's
like
hilarious.
Not crazy movies, but I could see him being like
so much talent. And
he's got that host personality.
Both of them are the best artists. They can draw, and they're very talented. They're very creative and stuff, but they don't get on social media that much. My daughter is hardly ever on social media. She came on the live the other day. She just clicked on and saw it on live, but she doesn't get into the drama of it. She doesn't. So I don't know, but I think her age group does, but just not her friend group. I think it's what it is. Her friend group is a little different, because her friend group her and Ryan have they have a solid friend group where they go out and do things. They go out, they kayak, they do things, they play Dungeons and Dragons. They're nerds. There's something to be said for nerds there.
I was a nerd. We definitely should do a part 2 to this.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a doubt.
I gotta go to Bay Tree soon.
Like I said, that's this is definitely social media. It's definitely a huge deep dive.
Yeah.
Into.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do a part 2, and then hopefully our part 2. We were supposed to have a guest today, but we kind of threw it on them last minute so they couldn't make it.
Should be here next week.
So we will have a guest next week that deals with youth and social media.
Yeah.
And so I'll let kind of Michael, he was telling me about him. So I'll let Michael kind of tell a little bit about him, but we're not going to give you the full thing. So you have some kind of anticipation, the psychology and marketing of getting you to follow.
He deals with youth. He's a youth pastor, but he's also a rapper. He writes books. He's on social media a lot. He uses social media to market, and so it's going to be interesting to see.
I would like to have some data for people that are data, like social media accounts, some of the higher social media accounts. Who has the most followers? The crazy people, the church people,
right,
or like somebody in the center. Like,
I think there's more like worldly people with a lot of viewers. I think the church or the spiritual and the encouraging people, there's a few with millions.
Yeah.
So there's probably 100,000 people with hundreds of thousands of viewers.
Yeah.
But there's probably only in the hundreds of people who are spiritual with millions or hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
So the people who kind of get the spotlight in the church section, just they get all the spotlight.
I think that's definitely that's a real data breakdown.
Yeah, I mean, I would like.
We could just Google it one day.
You can AI it, ChatGPT. And there's so many different AIs now. Like I never really used AI. I've just been researching it, But it's pretty interesting. It's pretty scary, and even Elon Musk says that AI is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen the movie I, Robot?
Oh, I mean, Terminator.
Come on, people! Learn from the mistakes of these movies.
Right. I mean,
well, like I saw the other day, somebody was like, "Oh, DNA from some old dinosaur they were working on." I was like, "Have you not seen the 80 million Jurassic Park movies that came out? This is a bad idea, people. Leave it alone."
Some of these movies, are they a prophecy of what's
to come? It blows my mind. But yeah, I mean, definitely we're going to do a part 2 to this, because, I mean, I think we've barely scraped the surface on this episode.
Speaking of social media, too, and I want to look up this post, and I want to see if it's true. And you guys can help research and see if it's true as well. But I saw somebody posted, and some of the stuff is not true, so I haven't done the research. Mm-hmm. So I cannot claim that this is an actual factual post. But this guy posted and said this girl sued TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, saying that it caused her mental anguish, and she won $3 million.
Which blows my mind because that seems self-inflicted.
Supposedly Instagram, I think Instagram and YouTube just paid her off, is what it was, because they didn't want to.
Yeah, just settled.
But Facebook and TikTok, and I may be wrong, but there was 2 of them that paid her off and 2 of them that fought her in court.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is actually true, because I saw on the post, okay, I'm suing now.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if it was true, but it was thought provoking, even if it was not true or not. But like, could we sue these people for?
Me personally, I would say no.
But I mean,
because
it's a personal thing. Like, you get on
you
social
have the
media,
decision
it's
to
have
your
to
fault.
create the
You have
account.
that
There's
control.
so much you have to do to get up there.
Well, I mean, you have the
if it was
control
causing
of
you
it.
that much mental anguish and distress,
It is addicting, though. Have you ever
delete your account.
Yeah, I mean, and some people do it, and some people, they get rid of social media for Lent, and then some people, fast social media instead of fasting food, and
Like when my Facebook account got hacked and I couldn't get in for a month.
yeah.
At first, I was like, "Oh hell!"
But
And
wasn't
now I'm
there
like,
relief though?
after that, I'm like, once I got it back, I'm like,
I honestly would
that's
not
kinda nice
have
not
social
having
media
it.
if I didn't have a business. I don't
Yeah.
like social media that much for some of the reasons that we were talking about. But then there's some part of like social media where I think I can reach more people, because one thing I've always wanted to do, I mean, and it's always been my goal since I was little, is just to help other people. I've gone through a lot of things in my life, a lot of various different things. We've talked about some of them. We haven't talked about all of them. But, just as anybody else, I've had people hurt me. I've had people attack me, underestimate me. I've had people, just doubt that I would be capable of doing stuff. And I know there's other people out there that are feeling that same way. And I don't want anybody to feel some of the ways that I've felt
Yeah.
in my life.
That was very meaningful. Perfect segue into what I have to say.
Michael's
here.
minute.
Well, I really shortened it. Last time was really long. So
We'll do Michael's moment then.
is
Sorry.
it minute or moment? Minute or moment?
Either way.
What is
Run
it,
it.
Michael's
I
minute
don't
or
know.
Michael's
You
moment?
guys made it up. Well, I just it's what I wrote today. It kind of feeds off exactly what you just said about how people feel, and what you can get out of it. Good, the bad you can get out of it, and for all the noise, all the scrolling, all the pressure that comes with social media, there's something deeper that I think that we can't really lose sight of. Social media, it moves fast, but your peace, your calmness, your mental space, those things don't have to move at that speed. Your purpose in life is a life of purpose. You don't have to measure your worth in likes or views or comments or followers. That's not real value. That in itself is just attention. Real growth happens in the quiet moments. It happens in those moments where confidence comes in, when you know who you are, you know where you come from, and you know who you are when no one's watching. That's the real you. When no one's in a room, who are you? And maybe that's where a new kind of spiritual guidance comes in. Not something loud or performative, but something personal. Taking time to disconnect, reflect, and actually take that time to listen to yourself again. Listen to that voice that reminds you of who you are. Because the truth is, you're not behind. Like social media may make you think you're not missing out on anything. You're literally just being pulled by 1,000 directions by the world that profits off your distraction. They profit off your distraction. They profit off your self-worth, and that's not okay. So take back your focus, protect your energy, and remember that your life doesn't need to go viral to be meaningful.
Good job.
Better than I would have done.
It always gets so quiet.
I mean, well, 'cause,
We're trying to
We're
listen
absorbing
and
it.
being, intentional with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
So-
Yeah, I
we're
really like
absorbing
the-
it, taking it in. Like, I mean, because it's definitely that those are words that, I mean, everybody should really be listening to. I mean, it's that moment to step away from the hecticness of reality and everything like that to actually hear something meaningful.
Kind of your Tylenol moment.
Exactly.
Your crazy headache.
Exactly. I mean, we'll call it Michael's Tylenol. But I mean, it's something where it may be a short moment, but it's that quick moment for everybody while they're listening to this to escape from the static noise of everything going on outside.
Mhm.
And if we can push that, what you're saying for just that moment, and it is able to affect somebody in a good way, we want that, because we don't want everything to be hectic. Like this whole podcast is about trying to work through all those headaches and whatnot. We don't want to cause more headaches.
Right.
So I think it's definitely having like that aspect of this show is good, because it really kind of helps wrap everything together that we're trying to talk about to help people out to fight the BS of everyday life.
Right. So
Absolutely.
KD3 is the name. It is his name.
Okay.
KD3. Go listen to his music. I can't wait to have him. We'll listen to a
it's exciting.
snippet while
Yeah.
he's here. Maybe he'll do a little live performance for us.
Oh, that'd
Who
be cool.
knows? Be our first
That'd be
live
exciting.
performance.
So, in order to help us and get him some views as well, y'all need to share. Just share our podcast. All it takes is just pressing that button, share.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be sharing it with some of your people, and then maybe they'll see it and they'll get interested in it. And that's just going to help us get the message out. And, everybody can see our behind the scenes during the video and see how we progress. We're early on, but yeah, just share. Go on to our YouTube. I don't know how many of you that are Facebook followers are on YouTube. Just go on YouTube, subscribe. You don't have to watch us again on YouTube.
For real.
Just subscribe. Come
No,
on.
you got to watch us again on YouTube, all right?
We would
Get it
like
out
for you to
there.
watch
Get it out
us.
there.
Please watch us, but just go on there, subscribe. Tell people about us. Subscribe. Crazy Headaches Podcast.
And we'll see you April 11th.
April
At the
11th.
AVET project.
He will not be here, but
Oh,
he
no.
will.
I signed up to do the 5K.
All right.
Where he's going to grok.
So we'll see. Maybe we'll go live on the Crazy Headaches
We'll
podcast
go live
if
for
we can
sure.
by then.
Well,
And,
we still won't be.
Cutting it close.
We'll have to
Close,
probably
huh?
go live on one of
Close.
our accounts,
Yeah.
And
which was mine, and
I'll
then
wear
we'll
it on
post
my
it.
head.
There you go. We'll strap a GoPro to Michael's head while he does the run. But
Yeah.
so I think definitely stay tuned. This is definitely part one of at least a part 2 series.
Yeah.
It could lead into 3 parts.
3,
we're
4,
not sure
it could
yet.
be, but we'll probably have to stop it at some point and come up with
Yeah.
something else. But
Exactly.
but social media is a lot of people's crazy headache.
Yeah,
For sure.
It's a lot of it. So stay tuned, everybody. Until next time. Well, we got tomorrow's Good Friday, and then you got Easter this weekend. So happy Easter to
Easter,
everybody
everyone.
celebrating that.
Happy Easter.
Tomorrow is Good Friday.
We're not working tomorrow, right? Well, I'm leaving tonight anyway, so
Tomorrow's Good Friday. Tomorrow marks crucifixion, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and Sunday the resurrection.
that's right.
The big time.
Yeah,
The Super Bowl.
it's the Super Bowl.
Take care.
So we leave it at that. We love y'all.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.
Crazy